First, I want to talk about two important points that now.
You from? Sorry about this. Don't forget.
Yeah. I'm also a refugee from Afghanistan, but I'm coming here from Greece, representing refugee communities from Greece here. Yeah. Two very important points. One is trust and confidence. Second is cultural mediation. When we speak about trust and confidence, the first we should know that why these people, they lose this trust and confidence. That's the first important. These people, refugees, they have confidence, they have trust, they have work, they have job, they have education, everything they have. But in a process, they lost this. They are forced to leave their homes by some people. They were human beings. And on the way, they were exploited by some other people. And on the borders, they couldn't pass some ways that the other they could pass very easily. And they are victims of torture. We know what does it mean. And most of them, and in most of member states, we don't have official and permanent centers for psychological supports of refugees and also for victims of torture. It is very important. So of course, these are the reasons that it is very difficult to make it again this trust building and confidence building. So it is very important. And it will come back again. It is not impossible, but by speaking, we know psychologically what does it mean that we should give a chance to these people to speak about their fears, to speak about their losing of the trust, and from the other side, we should see about the whole society that through media and other things, why they lost the trust to the refugees also. So in this point also, we should have refugees with us. It means that working for refugees, I think it will not work so much now. Working for refugees with refugees. Of course, refugees need the support of all NGOs and others, but if you want to have a good result, it means putting refugees with you. It is that they should speak, and also the whole society, and the value of speaking refugees to the society, it is much more better than the others. It is the first point. The second point, cultural mediation, I can tell you an example from Greece. It was very difficult for us to convince the authorities that you need cultural mediators, not translators, not interpreters. So, after some months, we, by the help of UNHCR, they gave us 2 months as a pilot program with cultural mediation. So we had 8 cultural mediators in 3 camps, and after 2 months, the authorities, the ministry, they came to us that please cover all Greece with cultural mediators. It was the calls from the authorities. Officially we had it, but it was impossible for us as communities to do that. But now we have 32 community workers in 5 big centers in Athens and around Athens. But already 120 mediators have passed from our organization by training and others, because we know the culture, we know as refugees all the things, what these people want. So it works, cultural mediation and community workers, it works much more better than as translator or mediator. It is the point. And generally for integrations, I'm sorry. The first point, we should not forget the language barrier, which is the first thing. Language barriers, it doesn't mean that we should establish a course, then it is okay. What I told you before for the trust, when someone wants to study or learn a language, he should have housing, he should have a psychological trust, and everything else for it needed to be ready for learning a language. The second point, which is very important, it is the recognition and evaluation of the skills of refugees, the recognition of their education. We know that refugees that they are coming, they left their education, they left their schools, so they could continue in country. Most of the member states, the refugees, they don't have the right to go to university. Their certificates, their educations are not recognized. It is a big problem for integration of these people. And the other point, which is important, I told before, also the psychological support, which is, we know that most of them, they are victims of tortures. And the fourth point, which is never we talk about this, it is that we want to integrate refugees, but we don't categorize the interest of refugees, what they want. And most of the time we think that what we want to give to refugees. but we should ask them the categorize of skills of refugees. For example, now we are here, we have 4 workshops here. And every one of us, we have registered to come, we have interest in some workshops we are coming here. And it is exactly for refugees when you make. When you make, for example, a seminar of swimming, don't think that all refugees, they will interest in swimming or with something else. So it is, you should ask refugees that what you are interested to do. And at the end, the political rights of refugees, it is another part that we should speak about, that the citizens, and also it is important when we speak about political refugees, and they should have the right to the policy change. And we as FON, we are very, very proud that on the last European election parliament, that we made a connection with political parties. We said that, yeah, we should have a connection with political parties without calling us as a political party, but we should have a connection with you. And in this election, and municipality election, we had 4 members, and 3 from the boards, as candidates for European elections in the parliament, which is, it is the voice for refugees if they are in a political state. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jonas, very much. And I should quickly give the floor to Nicole because I just got the news that the interpreters are leaving in 2 minutes, so she is the last.